Apocalypse.
I'm Maya.
And I'm Fifi.
And in honor of Valentine's Day, we decided to do an OTP per fandom episode.
What is an OTP, you ask?
OTP stands for one true pairing.
So basically when you like ship two characters in a fandom, that means you like want them to be together in a romantic relationship or
As
otherwise.
in relationship, which is why it's called shipping. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be otherwise, but
that would be called like a bro-TP.
yes, that would be called like a pro-TP. We acknowledge the fact that OTP is supposed to be one true pair. At least we're not doing multiple OTPs like within one fandom. That has to count for something.
Well, no one really has one true pairing. Right? Now that we finished telling you what we're talking about, first off, we're gonna start with Harry Potter.
And the OTP goes to Lily and James Potter.
It took a really long time to figure out why we chose this as our one true pairing, but in the end we decided that it's because it's the love story that started it all.
In Harry Potter, there's a whole theme that love conquers all because Harry survives the killing curse because of love, and he's able to defeat Voldemort because of love. And this love, it founds itself in Lily and James's relationship, and that makes them the most epic OTP in the entire series. So moving on!
Doctor Who.
This is where we disagree.
Well, it's not really so much as disagree. If we're going for a romantic type ship, I would say Dr. TARDIS.
But mine is more of a bro TP, like we said, and I ship the Dr. Donna. And for those of you who watch Doctor Who, know that that is a valid one.
Well, yeah, but if we're going for Valentine's Day, we should limit ourselves to romantic ships, right?
Well, I don't ship any romantic ships in Doctor Who.
Anyway, I ship Dr. TARDIS because of the brilliant episode, The Doctor's Wife. You should go see it if you haven't. And, like, if you don't watch Doctor Who, you should go see, like, all the episodes.
So moving on!
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
We also sort of disagree here, but we see each other's points on this one.
I think our, like, actual OTP for this is Willow and Tara.
They complement each other really well.
They bring, like, a lot of growth to each other.
And they are each other's soulmates, as they have been portrayed throughout the entire series.
And their love is literally magical.
Yeah.
And it was pretty tragic also.
But I would like to argue the point of Angel and Buffy as an OTP because the Buffy growth in the entire series is really marvelous, and in the very beginning Angel, it brings out her really innocent and fiery side that she loses after he leaves. Even like towards the end and throughout the series where he guest stars in the episodes, you see that their relationship grows even though they are apart. And I think that is awesome, and it also deserves that title, in my opinion. So moving on! Angel the series.
We debated for a while between Wesley and Fred and Wesley and Illyria.
She thinks it should be Wesley and Fred. I think it should be Wesley and Illyria.
Wesley and Fred, their relationship was like built up from the beginning, and
Wesley and Illyria, I think, are the most epic pairing in the entire series, even though they're never really a couple, because they have this intense love for each other anybody can ever experience, because it's just out of this world. She brings out this pain in him that drives him to just be such a good person, and if you have seen the series, you know what I'm talking about.
I would say that Fred drove him to be a good person.
But Wesley became a good person in a different way with Illyria.
Also, I would argue that, like, Wesley never actually had feelings for Illyria, it was just the echo of Fred.
That doesn't mean that he didn't, like, have an attachment to her in the same way that Illyria had not in the same way that Illyria had attachment to him, sorry. Illyria loved him in a very different way, and I think that their relationship was very special and very different and unique, and that's why it is the OTP.
Yeah, but it was
make your case.
There for, like, what, 7 episodes?
And still it's so amazing, even though it was only there for 7 episodes. Wesley and Fred were only together for 1 episode.
Yeah, but their whole dynamic grew so much from season 3 and onward, and how Wesley idealized her in season 4 when he was like in a really dark place and she was like his light, and then in the end, when they finally ended up together and there was like this one happy episode in the entire series, then it was like perfect.
Okay.
Moving on to Firefly.
In this case, I ship Malcolm Reynolds and Serenity.
Which is kind of weird.
It's not weird. You ship Dr. TARDIS.
The TARDIS is a living being.
It's still his ship.
Yeah, but it became a human in one episode.
Okay, who do you ship then in Firefly?
I think it was too short of a series.
No thanks to Fox.
Yeah. I definitely think Mal and Inara's relationship would have been a lot more interesting if it had gone on longer.
I disagree. And the Inara character was not well developed at all.
That's because there wasn't enough time to develop her.
But even so, like, her character was never even really a thing. The reason that I ship Malcolm Reynolds and Serenity is due to the episode number 8 called
Out of Gas.
In which Mal is dying and injured and alone in his ship, and the writers recount really painfully how each of the crew members came to Serenity, and it was really beautiful.
Ship like that be with you till the day you die.
Also, in the end of Serenity, Mal's words about what it takes to fly a ship are really moving. Speedrun because we're running out of time.
Star Wars.
Anakin and Padme. Hunger Games.
Katniss and Gale. Yeah.
Divergent. I haven't read Divergent.
Fortress.
So she's gonna... Okay.
Gossip Girl. Chuck and Blair.
Once Upon a Time, which I haven't watched, so she's gonna...
Captain Swan. Bones.
Booth and Brennan.
Duh.
His Dark Materials, which I also don't
Will
know
and
what-
Lyra.
That is all we were able to think of for now. So if you have other OTPs or any ships that you're really into for other fandoms that we didn't mention, or you disagree with us, leave your comments in the description box below. And happy Valentine's Day to all you fans out there.